In 1992, NASA satellites spotted something impossible. Beneath the shifting dunes of the empty quarter lay the ghost of a city that shouldn't exist. This is the story of the Atlantis of the Sands. A nation of giants who challenged the heavens and the screaming wind that answered them. After News Flood, humanity began again. The believers spread across the earth. They built, they grew, they multiplied. For generations, they remembered. But memory fades, and slowly the truth was forgotten. Again. In the southern deserts of Arabia, in a land that once knew nothing but sand, a civilization rose unlike any before it. They called themselves the People of Aad, and they were not like us. They were giants. The Quran says, "Do you not see how your Lord dealt with Aad, Iram of the pillars, the likes of which were never created in the land?" Iram of the pillars, a city so magnificent, so advanced, so powerful, that nothing like it had ever been seen. They built towers that pierced the clouds. They carved homes into mountains. They controlled the desert like no one else could. The people of Aad were not just builders, they were masters of the earth. Physically, they were massive, taller than any human today, stronger than any nation before them. They could move boulders with their bare hands. They could build in a day what would take others months. Their strength became their pride, and their pride became their downfall. As they grew powerful, they forgot who gave them that power. They built statues, they worshipped idols, they made gods from stone, and they said, "Who is stronger than us?" They looked at their towers and said, "We built this." They looked at their muscles and said, "We are mighty." They looked at their wealth and said, "We earned this." They forgot the one who gave them everything. Into this arrogant nation, Allah sent a prophet. His name was Hud. He was one of them, from the tribe of Aad, tall like them, strong like them, but different in one way. He believed. Hud stood among his people and said, "O my people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him. You are only inventors of falsehood." But they laughed. "Hud, do you want us to abandon our gods for your words? We see you as a liar." Hud did not give up. "O my people, I ask you no reward for this message. My reward is only from the one who created me. Do you not use reason?" They mocked him. "You must be insane, Hud, or possessed by our gods for speaking against them." But Hud remained patient. Years passed. Hud continued calling them, day after day, month after month. "Seek forgiveness from your Lord, then repent to Him. He will send the sky upon you with rain in abundance. He will increase you in strength beyond your strength." He promised them blessings if they believed, but they refused. "Hud, you have brought us no clear sign. We will not leave our gods on your word. We do not believe you." They challenged him. "If you are truthful, bring us the punishment you warn about. Let your God punish us if He is real." Hud warned them, "The punishment is coming, but when it comes, there will be no escape." They laughed louder. "We are Aad. We have the strongest bodies. We have the tallest buildings. We have defeated every enemy. What punishment could touch us?" Their arrogance blinded them. And then, the sky changed. For the first time in years, clouds appeared on the horizon. The people of Aad were thrilled. "Rain! Finally, rain!" They had been suffering from drought. Their crops were dying. Their wells were drying. They thought the clouds were a blessing. They ran outside celebrating. "Look, rain is coming!" But Hud looked at the sky and said, "No, that is not rain. That is what you were impatient for, a wind carrying a painful punishment." The wind began to blow. At first it was just a breeze. Then it grew, stronger, faster, louder. It howled like a beast. The Quran describes it, a screaming wind, furious and violent. For 7 nights and 8 days, the wind did not stop. It was not a normal storm. It was a hurricane from hell. The wind ripped through their city like a blade. It tore down the towers they were so proud of. It shattered the pillars of Iram. It uprooted trees that had stood for centuries. And the people? The giants who said, "Who is stronger than us?" The wind picked them up like leaves. It threw them into the air. It smashed them into the ground. It tossed them across the desert. The Quran says, "You could see the people lying overthrown, as if they were hollow trunks of palm trees. Their massive bodies, useless. Their strength, worthless. Their pride, destroyed." For 7 nights and 8 days, the wind screamed. And when it finally stopped, there was nothing left. No towers, no city, no people. Just sand and silence. The entire civilization of Aad wiped from the earth. Only Hud and those who believed with him were saved. A small group, protected by Allah. The wind that killed their people did not touch them. They stood in the desert, surrounded by destruction, and they knew this was not luck. This was mercy. Hud looked at the ruins of Iram. The city that once touched the sky was now buried beneath the sand. And he said, "I conveyed to you the messages of my Lord, but you did not love those who gave sincere advice." He did not celebrate their destruction. He grieved, because every prophet grieves for those who reject the truth. After the destruction, Hud and the believers left the land of Aad. They moved to Hadramaut in Yemen. Hud lived out his days there, guiding the small group that survived. And when his time came, he was buried in the valley. His grave is still there, visited by those who remember. But what happened to Iram? For centuries, people thought it was a myth, a legend, a story, something that never existed. But in 1992, archaeologists discovered something in the Rub al-Khali desert, the empty quarter of Arabia. Using satellite imaging, they found ruins buried beneath the sand, massive pillars, advanced structures, a lost city. Could it be Iram, the city the Quran spoke of? Many believe it is, the Atlantis of the sands, a civilization so advanced, so powerful, that when it fell, even its memory was erased, until now. The story of Aad is not just ancient history, it is a warning. They said, "Who is stronger than us?" And the wind answered. They thought their strength made them invincible, and they learned, the hard way, that strength without gratitude is nothing. Somewhere beneath the Arabian desert, the pillars of Iram still rest, a reminder that no matter how tall you build, no matter how strong you are, no matter how advanced you become, there is one stronger. And when he sends the wind, even giants fall.